tell you about Legend Seeker and how you can support its development while getting some awesome perks. By subscribing to our Legendary tier on YouTube or becoming a paid member on our Discord or Patreon, you'll get early access to all Legend Seeker lore and mechanics. This means you'll be among the first to dive into the world of Legend Seeker and give direct feedback that will help shape the game. But that's not all. Supporters will also be the first to playtest the system and will get exclusive invites to private streams where we discuss the game in detail. Your input will play a huge role in making Legend Seeker the best that it can be. Now, for those of you who love watching our tabletop role-playing game shows, supporting Legend Seeker comes with some fun bonuses for the casts. Here's how it works. If you are a Copper or Common member on Discord or Patreon, you can give a $20 benefit to a player of your choice. Silver and Uncommon members can give 2 benefits to 2 players of your choice. If you go the YouTube route, you can give a $50 benefit to a player of your choice. And for the ultimate support, Gold and Mythic members on Discord and Patreon give a $20 benefit to 3 players of your choice. You can choose from all casts across Moonskull. Every bit of support goes directly towards making Legend Seeker a reality. It helps fund the art, writing, editing, and eventual publishing of the game. So, if you want to be a part of this journey and support our shows, join our Legendary tier on YouTube or become a member on Discord or Patreon. We couldn't do it without you, and we're excited to build Legend Seeker together. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the game.
Well, hello. And look at all you fine people out there. I am cleaning or wiping off the outside of this Coke bottle because it is so humid that anytime I take anything out of the refrigerator, instantly covered with moisture. Ah, you gotta love it. Condensation. So, I'm Frost. This is Frost Written, where we're going to do some writing today. And I have an idea of something I'm going to do. It's slightly different than the other things I've been doing on here. So we'll see where it goes. Yeah, this is where I worked on the lore for Legend Seeker, the RPG that Erudai is making. And we've got the map for it here that I'm working on. And the lore behind me. And yeah, me sitting here ready to drink an ice-cold bottled Coke. But in addition to that, I have a super hot cup of coffee with hot sauce in it. Well, I shouldn't say hot sauce. It's got cayenne pepper in it. So, it's freshly brewed. Oh, and it's got my face on the mug because that makes it all better because I'm judging all of you. I can't see it. There's no face on this side. I'm forcing you guys to see it. So, ha. Anyway, enough of that. If you want a mug with my face on it, you can go to my Linktree links and find my store in there. And also get these lovely little stickers that I had made. I'm going to go slap on things just randomly around town. It's going to be great. Hey, it's a Fantastic Sarcastic. He's joined the crew over here to say hello. Did I use my Coke button? No, I don't have a Coke button. I actually had to go to the store to get it. So, I also have a sweatshirt that I got made as a test to see how it turned out over on my site. Because I didn't realize I could edit where the design was on the first versions. And it's just got my face right here. Now the new versions have my face on the whole chest of the shirt. I'm amusing myself. That's all I'm going to say. So, yeah, let's get to what I was going to work on here. Where was it here? There we go. We're going to put this right after this guy. Man, my cats must be going crazy out in the back porch. What are they doing? It's just ding, 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 ding. What are they doing? I had a big tub out there. I shouldn't say big, like a small black Rubbermaid container out there that I was using to just fill with water every day because the cats out there like to drink a lot of water, and I didn't have another fountain in back. All I had was a gravity feeder, and it was starting to get old and leaky. So I tossed it, gave them the big tub. Now I have a fountain that's hooked to the water, and it's got an internal shut-off valve, so I can just turn on the hose a little bit, and then when the water goes down, it sees that and it puts more water in, so they have a fresh supply of water. I have the tub still sitting out there. I look out, and that calico cat, the one who's so skinny, who's been coming around, she's just sitting in it, just hanging out, just giving herself a bath, just hanging out in it. I guess the same thing holds true for all cats, no matter how well they're feeling. It's a box, and they can sit in it, and they will. Slapdo stickers. It's a mug with your mug. Yes! You're going to go use your Diet Pepsi button? Shorts with your face in the crotch? No! You can really want a pair of those pants that I made up. Well, you feel free. You go buy whatever it is you're looking for. Whatever tickles your fancy, so to speak. So how's everybody doing today? Here it is. Let's see, is it actually cooled off or not? It was 90 earlier. It felt like 99. Now it is 89, and it feels like 98 with the humidity. It's beautiful out there right now, right? Right. Cats like water? Oh, cats love water. They love it. Some of my cats, especially the calicos, they dig in the water to make sure it's safe. They're like, It's like, okay, it's safe. Meanwhile, they splash water all over the place. So, did cool off here. It was in the hundreds, but today it's been 72. Hey, there you go. That's way better. Way better. Way better. Oh, let's see here. I need to find where this guy was in my document here. Boop. All right. Okay, we'll go with that. And we'll go. Oops. Down here. Pantry again. We'll say the father of. This would you call? Would you call it? Would you call it herbology? Somebody who's an herbalist, basically. I'm trying to think what the term is. Like this guy would be considered the father of modern herbology. I gotta look up a word. I need to look up a couple words here really quickly. We'll go with that. We'll go with that. It's Sassy Witch. Hello, Sassy Witch. And the horror host. Hello. Hello and welcome in. 70 here with the rain and wind. Started cooling off here, but it's still in the 90s. The AC stopped working on Tuesday and then started working again early in the morning. I wonder if it got frozen over. Sometimes it does that and it just had to unfreeze itself. 91, sunny and pretty there. Yeah. Like Epic Mike Chris answers, they were talking about air conditioners being broken up Monday. Yeah. Oh, he needed to change the batteries in the thermostat. Huh. Herbology, if it's magical. Okay. I'm following you, Dave. Be afraid. Riding the storm out, just like in the song. Alrighty. Where is my... Oh, there we go. I changed tabs and there must be a button on my mouse that switches tabs on, but I don't want to hit it because I'm afraid I'm going to blow something. Because it actually popped it around and moved it. Okay. All right. For medicine that prefers the preventative care over reactionary cures. Okay. What I'm doing is writing up the backstory and the history of Kylus. And this is the guy, if you remember the session where I wrote, actually a couple sessions where I wrote that whole book on the nature of living things, the book about Arendor's bounty, and it named all the herbs and plants, and we came up with all those cool plants and herbs that can do all kinds of stuff. This is the story about the background of that guy who wrote that. He's an ancient Agrian cleric who was also basically a neurobiologist. He was a very curious person. He worked with people to learn how to do mundane methods of healing, not just divine inspired. And the whole idea of medicine that prioritizes preventative care over reactionary cures, which is why a lot of people came to understand that hot springs and bathing and baths and the hot baths and the cold baths and all that stuff actually were good for them. And that's why the medans and the baths are in the world everywhere, because of this guy. And this is a story, I'm writing up some of the background about him. You know you spelled it right. You spelled it all, or you spelled everything wrong, Jensen. What the hell? Who was the folk hero that would lasso tornadoes? That was Pepe Silvey. Oh, no. That was, I'm sorry, that was Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I think that was, was it Pecos Bill? Is that the guy? Maybe? It definitely wasn't George Washington. Pickless Bill. Pete! And drink bone broth. Daily bone broth. You must have all of it. All of the bone broth. Yeah, no, see, you're touching on another thing there really quickly, Dave. And I think somebody else mentioned it too. Oh, maybe they didn't. I thought somebody else mentioned it at some point. There are going to be some stories, folk heroes, demigods and things through the years, like Ari and Asa, the children of Xander. There are going to be a few others. Some of them were also killed during the God Killer War. That, they have legends, because it's good to have legends. And then you have legendary things that they did, and places they visit, and stuff that they touched, that people can say, ooh, that's the rock that blah, blah, blah threw in this battlefield. May not be true. It may just be a rock, but they have stories. Babe the Blue Ox. Drink that bone broth. All of it. Please do it. Do it for me. That way I'll have you all around for much longer. Somebody I know, not really a close friend, somewhat near my age, but has been a White the Drinker for their entire adult life, is was diagnosed. He said, "What the hell is it called? Non-alcoholic? It's something fatty liver disease or something." Like, ooh, that sounds unpleasant. He says, "Yep, I gotta change everything that I'm doing." Like, okay, good luck. Ooh. I'm sorry for you, buddy. Oops. Why? Okay, I don't care about that. Why is my thesaurus suddenly popping up pop-ups? I have a pop-up blocker for this very reason. Okay. Huh. Okay. Let's see. Was it yeah, I don't remember. He had to do something. He told me about what he had to do. He had to start exercising more or something like that. I don't remember. It's not, I don't think it's cirrhosis with that. I think it's literally some stage of fatty liver disease, and he was all upset because he's got to change the way he's doing stuff. He's got to start working out. And like, I'm sorry, bud. Sorry. Pickle Spill, that is one. What was the guy's name? Paul Bunyan? Yeah. Paul Bunyan, Babe the Blue Ox. John Henry beat the machine. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So, let's see. In ancient Agrine healer, cleric of Arendor, Philus is considered by many to be the father of numerology, abundant healing, the progenitor of school of medicine. Let's see. So this guy was a prolific writer, but I'm trying to decide. I was kind of thinking it would be interesting to make him along the lines of, like a Benjamin Franklin type person, maybe a John Adams type person, where prolific, but also had some character flaws, foibles to offset the genius and everything. Now I could make him, even though he's a cleric of Arendor, which is nature overcomes everything. I could make him not only a prolific writer, I could make him quite a kind of a ladies' man, which would be interesting. But I think I might make him I might try and make him just more bristly. Like, yes, he's a brilliant, cleric. He's a writer. He's a very smart healer. Like he knows so much about all these things. He's an herbologist. He can take care of lots and lots and lots of things. But he also might be a bit aware of that. Could be fun. Oh, Tarkin just asthma. No, not asthma. Maybe asthma. Uh, oh, there we go. I got thunder. Oh, how did I? What? That's totally the wrong. There. You spell it your way. I'm someone who works with nature, but is slowly killing them. If I hadn't to eat all this mercury, I'd be better. So this is an interesting thought too, because if you have a character in a fantasy setting who's suffering from a malady that his powers as a really powerful cleric of the god of nature would be able to deal with, it would almost have to be his choice to not fix it and to live with it. Or it would have to be the god's choice to say, yeah. Because as it is, there's very few things in like magic societies that you can't fix unless you find a really good reason for the magic to not be allowed to repair it. Like it's a magical affliction that if you try to use magic to repair it, the magic is set up in such a way that it's going to do even more damage. Like, barbs on a hook being pulled out. And the only way to deal with it is a natural way that doesn't use magic. But even that you'd think would be able to be dealt with over time by mundane magic to a point where it's manageable. So it's almost like suffering for the sake of suffering or suffering to show people that, there's ways to deal with things. Without getting too philosophical, you could go down a lot of routes with that. Kind of, kind of a fun idea, but it also would make him like, you stubborn idiot. Hello, Shadow Warden. Was a woman who killed herself working with gamma rays or X-rays or something? What do you mean, Marie Curie? Look, Dave's over on Kick. Look, isn't it nice to have Kick running again? Look at that. And I think even on Kick there wasn't there some new thing on Kick? Oh no, that's what I did on my channel. I put the redemption stuff, which Dave uses occasionally on mine. Like remove my glasses and all that stuff. I don't know what that is. It's the weird rainbow pulsing bubble. I don't know what that is. Curry. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Dave. Now I want curry. Dang it. Dang it, Dave. Dang you, Dave. Yeah, that's interesting for Tantic. Not be able to allow use the magic on himself or negate his abilities. Or I mean, it would be a little weird to make it the source of his abilities. So he ate a watermelon when he was a kid, and he got watermelon seeds in his stomach, and they started growing. That gave him his power. And if he gets rid of them, no more power. I'm kidding. If you never had somebody tell you that when you were a kid, oh, you ate a watermelon seed? Oh no. Then you just haven't lived in terror for a couple of minutes until you realize, huh? Oh yeah, stomach acid's a thing. Damn it! All I can think about is curry. Curse you, sir. Curse you. But I know what I'm going to get for dinner. I was going to make food, but now I'm going to go get curry. Why did I put an apostrophe in this word? That's not going to work. Teachings. Okay. Curry himself. Stop saying curry. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to have it for dinner. All right, I've got something. I kind of wanted to get an injury from either something having to do with, how would I do this? Something having to do with either blood magic being used on him, or if I could do it, depending on when I place him, because I have him being an ancient Agrian thing, So technically, the God Killer War happened 1,300 years ago. So he could have been alive at the end of that war. And it's possible that he came in contact with the residue or something having to do with the God Killer weapon. It could have to do with the Dark Elves. I'm gonna steep it in a little mystery here because we'll explore it when we explore it in full if we put it in an adventure or something. And now I've ordered curry. I blame you. Cassandra told me she likes the way curry smells coming out of her pores. I don't know what that means exactly, but that's what she said. Wait a second. Elizabeth Flashman died after being exposed to x-rays frequently. Ah, you've never had curry. Well, yeah, you should try it someday, Sassy Witch. Except the baseball player. I had the smell of garlic come out of my pores after eating farm almost every day. I go get water and return to Arita being weird. Bam. Bam. Wait, there was a lady named Fleshmeat? Oh no, Fleshman. You know, if you stick a clove of garlic between your big toe and your first toe and leave it there for a while, you'll start, your breath will have garlic smell on it. It'll go right into your bloodstream through your feet, through your skin. Of course, what do I know? I eat garlic raw, so. What if he has no sense of smell or taste, so his potions are disgusting but work better? I think that could work for a different character that I have that actually makes potions. That might be entertaining. All right. Let's see here. Lifelong malady inspired him to create the first medons and bass who became so popular amongst the Agrian peoples and indeed across the Godlands. Could often be found. Beneath the All right. They alone eased his pains, and he could often be found holding classes and discussions beneath the soaring domes of a steam-filled bathhouse. Right now, Rudai, I'm writing up the background of Kylus, who is the ancient Agrian healer and a cleric of Erendor, who wrote the book that I referenced later in this document. That is the whole thing that lists all those herbs and plants and all their uses and everything, and gave it a specific name. So he's kind of like a a historic, legendary figure from near the end of the God Killer War up until now. He's kind of the father of mundane medicine, bathhouses, and a number of, the modern study of herbology as people know it. He wrote that the Verdant Secretus, or Secretus, or whatever I called it, Secretus, the secret, the green secrets, the knowledge of Arendor. Your life rests in Chrysanthemum's hands. You just dump a cup of garlic on everything. Hey, there you go. I'm gonna get Huffy 1 point. Yay, I'm helping. Yes, Chrysanth, good luck. And the pun mechanic. Oh dear. The Big Book of Botany. Gosh, trying to avoid TPK. Botany Bible. It's like the Botany Bay. What the hell is that? Juned up the Dragon's Tavern logo she made with AI. Oh, that's the logo. Okay, I was wondering. I was like trying to figure out what's behind the rainbow stuff. I was like, oh, all right, got it. Oh, I thought I was a member over at Tales from the Dragon's Tavern. What? Not? Okay. For Dragon's Tavern Live, sorry. Huh. Eh. Oh, see, it's like anything that you're allergic to, you can just keep doing. It's like developing an immunity to iocane powder. Just small amounts over centuries, and you're fine. I mean, sure, it burns and it hurts, but it's worth it. Worth it. Believe me. All right, just checking to see what my kitty cats are up to because I keep hearing dinging. I'm just checking on this this kitty. This is the one who comes to visit. She's as skinny as her little rail, but she's finally eating every day, and she's starting to gain a tiny bit of weight, a little bit. And she'll come over and snuggle next to my feet now, but I can't really pick her up. All right, so let's see. Okay, comma, older is also going to be outspoken and ruffled his feathers, even those who agreed with his teachings. Okay. Let me see if I can find what I called it. Oh, back here. Went to the wrong page. Oh. I'm gonna paste this as. Just gonna paste it as plain text. There we go. Probably drinking poison. Suspect a lie to throw us off his trail. Never! It hurts, but you can have pizza again. There you go. Eat garlic for vampire prevention. Oh, okay, good luck. Had small doses of exposure to root for years now, and I think it's made it worse. Well, some things are just toxic, man. We were talking about Marie Curie earlier. Maybe you're just allergic to a root eye. I don't. It mad it worse. Root eye can make you mad unless you're already that way before you start. Wow. Like Shadow Warden says, speaking of stray cats, one tried claiming my home as its dwelling 2 days ago. It follows me on walks. Well, hey, cats following you on walks. It's always fun. Oh dear. Thank you for sending me the blown up version of the logo there. Percent. Oh dear. Oh dear. I think a rude eye will be very proud that repeated exposure to him just makes things worse. At least he's not exposing himself to us. Where is my thesaurus here? Let's see what we've got. Ooh. Go this. We'll say it this way. Notes were lost upon his death. Being stolen and is I typed that wrong. Sorry, just staring in wonder and bafflement at how I typed a word so wrong. Like so wrong. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Logo? Oh, it's the logo for Tales from the Dragon's Tavern. If you're over in Kick, you can see the wondrous logo for June that's over there that Chrysant put in there. Yeah, vampires actually like garlic. They spread the lie so you season yourself. Repeated exposure to me makes your brain swell. One day it might be as big as mine now. Nice, Erudite. Nice. I don't know. You and him were talking about those fundraising streams where people pay for you to put your clothes back on. You encourage him for us. I always encourage Erudite to think outside the box and, make Scrooge McDuck kind of decisions so you can dive into the pit full of money. Big and smooth. Swelling of the brain can cause brain damage or kill you. Is there a sausage that might take care of that? I'm just curious. Big brain is a hemorrhage. The ability to speak does not make you smart. Muppets really get brain damage if they don't have brains to damage. What? Who says Muppets don't have brains? Let's get another hand up their butts. Oh no. We'll say 21 pages of notes and to it. Genuine pages of his notes tend to include scathing remarks about rivals. Scathing remarks genuine pages of his notes tend to include all forms of marginalia. Scathing remarks about rivals, dismissive takedowns of inferior lines of thoughts, and even masterful doodles of nature, herbs, and wildlife. Such pages are much sought after in a single another word for that. Let me go to the thesaurus. Such pages are much sought after, and a single leaf from one of his notebooks sold to the right collector could set a man up for years. Okay. Basically, I'm talking about how his notes for all his books and everything he wrote were all lost and stolen after his death by thieves and people coming in to just dig through and rifle through, but also some of his less scrupulous followers and adherents who are just like, oh, he's dead. Well, gonna take these. And over the last 1,300 years, they've been scattered. And so finding one is like finding a lost page of like a Da Vinci sketchbook or something like that. The Nugget feels fear. For a minute, Frost, I thought you were going to say, I always encourage Rudai to expose himself. And it's no, never, never, never. That is not, nope, nope, nope. The reason for brain inflammation isn't a good thing. Tested high enough to go to college. You were high at 13? I always encourage Rudai to show more sides of himself. I thought you only felt rage. Not sure if this says more about college standards or you, the fantastic sarcastic. Wah, wah, Dave, nice. Especially the dented sides. This was pre-2000, so. All right, so when I was in college sleeping, standards have went down since then. Oh, Dave. Show you all my sides. Y'all convinced me. All right, we're going to see his inside as well. I've seen that movie. It's called The Thing. Be careful. Be careful what you wish for, folks. You just might get it. Page and a page of notes and include all forms of marginalia, scathing remarks about. Okay. Oops. There we go. Now, check the best words. All of them. Sometimes they're even the right words. That wasn't, but whatever. Oh yeah, baby, let's see those sides. No, Dave, no. Video game from the 90s that you would travel through the bloodstream of different organs trying to heal your host. Can you put the most recent map in the Legend Seeker shared drive? Yes, I can do that. I am going to turn off the one region setting here. If I can turn them off. Let me see because I have these in here. I'm gonna temporarily take them out because I don't need those in there. All right, we're going to. I want to let me export. All right, we're gonna do. We'll do a 2x upscale. I'm gonna save it. Let's save it as that. Sorry, you might see some flashing here as it exports the image. Blah 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 blah. Takes a little bit of work upscaling that thing. All right, let's see if it came out properly, because most of the time when I exported it, does a pretty good job. It's a huge file. It's a huge file. All right, I got that. Okay, we can copy that out of there. Go to over to my other folder here. Bloop. All right. Right. It'll open. There we go. You want me to put it in the art folder? Or do you want me to put it... Yeah, I'll throw it in the art folder where I have put the other one. Okay, file upload. Let's throw it in here. Rude-eyed, no more sides. Prefer front, no sides. Got it. No! Swamp beast after the gypsy curse him in Europe. Ah! Gross! Alright, there should be, if it actually... Did it put it in there? Okay, why isn't it reloading the page? Oh, it's uploading one item. Okay, so it's doing it right now. Less than a minute left. It's a big file. It's probably like a 40 meg map or something like that. He's after that 36. Ugh. Sam, come on. What would your mother say? It still says less than a minute left. I don't know. It's doing a thing. It looks like it came out pretty well. Yeah. Let's see if it actually shows up. So I'm going to put those back. So I have them back there. Okay. Upload complete. Let's make sure here. Yep. Should be in there called Godlin's Upscale June 2025. Oh, I named it differently than the last one. Ah, well. I could put it in a folder called maybe not. The big file, the bestest file. Those are good emotes. All right. And a rude eyes found a way to scar my soul again. Wow, your poor soul. I'm sorry. All right, being a dedicated teacher and no neophyte at manipulating magic, he invented a now badly understood magical form of archiving his thoughts in interactive magical projections, few of which reside in the Great Library in Xandria. For a sizable fee, a visitor, let's say a favored visitor, can gain access to these magical projections and, with supervision, have a discourse with them. All right. I need a favor from Bap next time I see her in chat. Is it possible for a soul to become callous from abuse? I think that's my problem. Make you sociopathic according to the rules? Oh dear. Oh well. We know what happened when you go on a stabbing spree. Oh dear. No! Don't do it. Don't do it! Don't do any of it. It's a bad idea, people. Let's see here. Okay. I wonder if I could put something else in here about other works that he's written, which might work out. Oops. What did I just click on? Oh. Oh, they expanded the people in the... Okay, got it. Huh. Sorry, I just got a message from work. I'm just taking a peek at it really quickly to see if it's something I need to address or if I'm good right now. The over to it really quickly. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, that didn't answer my question at all, and it just means that they don't actually know. Is it bad of me to ask a question looking for answers, but also knowing that these people can't answer it? That I won't even say anymore. That my first instinct was correct, is that nobody who explained something to me actually knew what they were talking about. I love some of these people, but sometimes. I asked somebody what an acronym they were using in a meeting meant today. There was a very uncomfortable silence where they started explaining what went on in a discussion about things under the umbrella of that acronym, but they didn't know what the acronym even meant. I felt a little bad for him, but also not too bad for him because they were just throwing it around like everybody have. Yeah, come on, guys, you all know this. Like, what's that mean? Well, I'm a jerk sometimes. Get a room, you two. I agree, horror host. Hey, does anybody have any sausage facts? I'm just curious. By the way, is there such a thing as a currywurst? Is there a currywurst? I've got to think that there's a curry sausage somewhere out there, right? Now I'm gonna go look it up. There is. It's a currywurst. Oh dear. Oh dear. No, that sounds weird. It right now, it's a Berlin thing, supposedly, according to this website. I don't know if that's like akin to somebody saying, "Here, we'll give you some American food. It's Wonder Bread and cheese. It's what you all eat, right?" No. Currywurst is widely considered to be the ultimate German street food. Okay. I just curry on the brain today. What can I say? Anyway, sorry, I'm going back into this. I'm gonna remove this section here because I don't need it. Ooh. Hello, Cajun Corey. Cajun Corey. Troublemaker extraordinary. Oh wait, no, he's just a punster. Never mind. He's totally fine. All right, fix that. Get rid of the problem with that. It doesn't like that, but that's fine. Person who created it was the British occupation zone that got exposed to curry, and when it moved to Berlin, added it worst. Ah, that was not a sausage fact. That would be weird. Make me start to question if I actually want what I have for dinner. Oh no, what do you have for dinner that you're questioning now? Was it lasagna? Was it a pot roast? I only know he's a good basketball player. Wah, wah. Sausage has been around for at least 5,000 years. My favorite fact about sausage is this. Sausage is. I have spaghetti. Oh, I was close. I thought lasagna, but you're not spaghetti. Now, what's up with the kick? Well, Frank's red hot and your stuff is gonna kick it up a notch. Make some arrabbiata sauce. Make some angry sauce and you'll be set. Right, so I'm gonna read through this again because I'm wondering if I want to add a little about like one of his students. Long time suffered more malady, required pain mediation, chief of this being the fairest magical injury. Like, I not need curry after I have all this hot sauce here, or yeah, hot pepper. So I'm writing down a number of plants that he describes in his work cease to be as easily found once the deities retreated from the godlands. Look at you people sending stuff all over the place. Look at that. I can click and send things too. Look at that. Bam. I'm gonna cook me a steak here in a few minutes, Cajun Corey says. Sausage is, Frost the philosopher. Exactly. Sausage is. Why did the curry go to therapy? It had too many complex flavors. We're saying. Curry to your spaghetti or cilantro. Where are the Dark Ages? Remind me when the sauce age was again. Oh, Gino. Oh, no. Believe it or not, I was thinking of making a breakfast burrito. Some breakfast sausage that I can cut up. Here's something weird that I had in college more than once. I would make a ton of spaghetti. And then after I was done, I would take, and I had a lot of spaghetti left over. I would throw all the sauce with the spaghetti and put it in the fridge. Then I would take it out the next day and I would put green onions or garlic or something with some of it. I'd get burrito shells. I would throw spaghetti in there. And if I had money for meat, I'd have meatballs. I'd cut them up little pieces, put them in there, and make basically spaghetti burritos. I liked them. You didn't remind me to get ice cream today, so I had to remember myself. Oh no! Oh ha! But I won't be able to eat it tomorrow. What do you call a curry that's good at math? Calculental. Fried spaghetti. I've made spaghetti pie before, where you put all the spaghetti in a pan and you cook it down, you put cheese on top, and you make it into like basically a pasta pie, and you just cut wedges. That's pretty good. I am offended, Frost. What is that? I don't know what it is. It was just I felt like having sandwiches and stuff, and you could either warm the spaghetti up a little bit and then throw it in the burrito and have spaghetti burritos, or you could just eat them. I've made the same thing with ramen noodles. You just take the noodles out of the ramen. I mean, they're trying to make sure they're not too wet. Then put the ramen noodles in a wrap up and eat the whole thing. I don't know. I'm weirdo. Hey, come on. I've also had scrambled eggs on pizza. You make a really nice pizza. You cook up some scrambled eggs, and then spread them out on top of the pizza, and then throw it back in the oven with a tiny little bit more cheese for another 5 minutes to let the cheese melt on the eggs, and then you've got a wonderful pepperoni or sausage pizza, whatever, with eggs on top. It's so good. Yeah, chili burritos. Yeah, it's similar. It's just it has noodles in it. Ah. Did they change them to something else now? I don't know. We can't be friends anymore. Oh, I'm sorry. That's too bad. Anyway, I've still got my spaghetti burritos. They'll comfort me until my old age. Maybe. Ah. Do. Breakfast pizza. Woo. Hey, I've subjected other people to this stuff. When my friend was living here, I ended up giving her all kinds of like journeys into the culinary realm that I had chosen to do, and some of the things turned out really well, and she really liked them. Some things not as much. Not always perfect. Like when I go to a nearby restaurant that has breakfast stuff, one of the things they make is a chili cheese omelet. Is a huge oven baked omelet made with like 4 or 5 eggs, so it takes up the whole plate. And they just pour a ton of chili over it, really thick, meaty chili on top of it. And the inside of the omelet is full of Swiss cheese. Super. And it also probably should feed 2 people, but I eat the whole thing. Where breakfast pizza they serve? You had breakfast pizza at school? We were lucky to ever get lunch pizza at school. It was square. All right, so I want to give this guy a last name. Let me think here. Can find a good one here. Well, that's a weird name. Sorry, I just saw this name. I'm like, huh, I guess it is a Latin one. Uh, no, that one's kind of boring. Huh. A lot of these words mean from somewhere. That doesn't really help. Huh. We'll go. Descendant of Agostino. Agostino. Weird, huh? The roses. That's an interesting one. Huh. That's a very strange name. Huh. That's definitely a weird name, but it makes sense. It means exactly what it means. I found Daybreak's last name. Here's Daybreak's last name. It literally means fig tree. Kind of like that name for him. I'm now basing Legend Seeker on the premise of what would the world be like if there were no gypsies? Well, you must have been at a certain website, or not a certain website, but a certain game company's X postings, I guess. Just reading over them. I'm just saying, you may have been influenced by something out there. The Simpsons clip of Lionel Hutz thinking, "What world without lawyers?" Daybreak Beaconbaum. There you go. Well, the variation on it in here is this, if you want to go even more Germanic, Latin Germanic, is Feigenhauer. It's from the Latin ficus, meaning fig tree. You know, it's a house or building with the sign of a fig tree or type of pear called a Feigenbaum. There you go. Oh, sorry, it's Feigenbaum. I'm so wrong. It's a rare name, so nobody else will have that name, probably. Let's see if I can find a better name for him here. I'm going with Fontius right now because it's fount, and it means, you know, he's a fount of wisdom, so. Christoph, son of Christo. Okay. Latin. Capel. Carpathian. There we go. Lamar. The pool. All right. Too much hot sauce making my nose run. I like how it doesn't hit me until after I've had almost the entire cup, and then suddenly it's just like, ah. Simpsons did it. Did it. The Simpsons did do it. Okay. Yeah, there we go. We'll go with that. We'll just call him Caius Fontius. Caius Fontius. For the moment. And then, do I want to say anything else about him, or should I work on a little bit more of his other stuff? I kind of want to make him a little more abrasive. Have what would I think I put it as incredibly I don't want to use that because that's going to sound really rude, like super rude. Uh, Okay, those who converse with his magical alter ego report it being incredibly aloof and arrogant unless one can convince the being of their worthiness to be talked to as an equal. So if somebody goes to the library, gets access to one of these projections that he put his information in, and actually starts talking to it, if it senses that the person isn't as well versed as he or the projection is, that it will be just incredibly aloof, very arrogant, possibly even a bit ridiculing, unless they can convince it that they know what they're talking about. Then it might start talking to it on a little more even keel. Because of the floating timeline, Bulber was now born in the 90s. Oh, what? That's weird. It is weird. I mean, I watched The Simpsons on the Tracy Ullman show. I also had the comics in I guess it was, yeah, it was in college, where in our college paper where Matt Groening, however you pronounce his name, was doing the comics. Uh all right. I think it was called Life in Hell? Life in Hell? I can't remember if that's what it was. Do, 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 do. Okay, where is my other note on this guy? I had another guy I was going to put in here. Can't find it though. Oh, it's not this. It's not going to be in this document. Never mind. It will not be in this folder. I will have to go over here. That's right. I'd add this in dark mode. There we go. Okay. I did use this guy already. Never mind. I can't use that guy again. Fine. Never mind. Let's see. You're not liking things that go bump in the dark woods at night for JJ. Really? You know what helps with that? A 10,000 lumen flashlight. I'm just saying. Oh, Theory calls losers. Looks like Daybreak may be a target in the next combat encounter. Oh no. Oh no. Rude Eyes the GM, she's always the target. All right, taking off, Dave. Later. 9mm stop a Bigfoot or Skinwalker? Woof, good question. You should have brought one of these with you. My little clip-on light. They're super bright. Super bright. If you switch them to the white light. Even worse when you take the cover off. Shine the light around. Woo! Everybody blind now? Oop. Ding goes the... Who's that? Kitties? Kitty cat's doing stuff. Yeah. Huh. Okay, cats. Sorry, I gotta check this really quickly. Okay, well, that makes sense. Huh. All right. So I'm gonna go quickly check and see how Kitty Cat is doing. Hey, yeah, you're walking around dinging the phone. Okay. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna leave you guys with the chair. Because I know how much you like the chair. Didn't we end the last session in combat? We might have. I don't remember if it was in. Was it in combat? It might have been. Yeah, it might have been right before my turn or something like that. Well, yeah, you'll be fine. Never underestimate the power of a vegan bomb. All right. Everybody's doing well. All that thunder came through, and I had a container out there where I put some cat food out for them. Those nice crunchy cat food because they like the little kibbles. Came through, poured rain, and all the cat food is just like little puffballs of stuff. Like, oh, well, they'll have wet cat food now. Yay for them! What's that, chair? Ban everyone in chat? I can't do that, can I? So, chair, know any good puns? Asking for Crescent. I think Crescent has been doing kind of the Vizzini thing and probably reading all those pun books to really immunize herself and get like an immunity built up. So I'm thinking that the puns aren't going to hit quite as hard anymore. Just a guess. All right, so do I want to put a note in here about yeah, we'll mention this. Medicine and violence after the gods. I think she secretly enjoys the puns. Arudai, can I have the power to ban everyone in chat, please? I think I totally got her voice across there exactly how she'd say it. Right? Maybe not. Maybe not at all. Um, well, that might work. Kind of a cool name. Oh, it's the same. That starts with the same letter as his name, though. I can't use that. Ah, that would be too. Yeah, that'd be too boring. Too boring. Maybe. Go with an E name. That's a bad E name. That's a stupid one sound. That's a good name, though. Um. You miss us when we're gone. Debatable. Ross, will elves have an actual language in the game? How many characters in the alphabet? Probably 35. You missed my puns. Oh. Crescent used bad puns as their superpowers? Ooh. Fantastic sarcastic. Leave! What would be a good controversial is what we're gonna. Fulvio of Xandria was known for his controversial stance on blood being the carrier of all sorts of ailments. His treatises on bloodletting and diseases of the blood are still quoted, and studied, but are often derided as taking too narrow an approach to illness and disease. Let's find one here. Alphabet is official lore. Rasant loves puns. No, Erudite. No, ma. I know she repeats mine at work. I need a favor. I need pictures to meme Chrysanth on Wednesday after dark. My DMs are open. Wow, and they're right after that. Absolutely, Cajun Corey. Well then. I can't help you there, Chrysanth. You're done for. Doesn't work. Oop. How would I put that? So his main rival for fame, Astra the Fair, was a keen student of Kyle's herbology and as such became a famous alchemist after his death. Here are recipes for potions and elixirs, both mundane and magical. Her recipes for potions and elixirs, both mundane and magical, became the bedrock for many an alchemist's handbook published to this day. Okay. We're going to leave it at that for them. We don't want to go too deep into their backgrounds or stuff. But anyway, so many pictures. The mother of all puns. Is there an online photo album I can have access to? I am the Punisher. Wow. Punish her. You really want my death on your conscience? Yep. What was that that quote from Mystery Men? He fell down an elevator shaft onto some bullets. We don't want to hear that about Bap. We know how people disappear around Crescent. He's got a shovel. He doesn't have to know. I've got an idea for you guys. Talk about it in DMs. She won't know. It's like you're standing in front of her just doing this while looking at her. Oh man, she's gonna notice. No, not me. I'm innocent, mostly. Very nice. Let's see here. All right, so I think we're gonna change this name. We're gonna change that. I'm afraid to meet her. I may disappear. You might. You might. Give you life, Crescent. You can take it away. Ah, and this is what goes on here, Arudai. It's kind of like the Waltons with a little more implied violence sometimes and weird tension. Now, if you don't have the Waltons theme song playing in your head right now, you just haven't lived. Or something. Something like that. Wow. Crescent is as innocent as I am nice. No comment. Asking for my life? Who's the violent John Boy Walton? Well, Crescent took off her glasses and showed her bare eyes live and stream. Very scandalous. You need to rein her in. It's a very un-Amish way to be. Never cared for the Waltons were more Gilligan's Island. Well, if we watched anything, it was whatever was on the TV, and sometimes it was the Waltons, sometimes it was Gilligan's Island, sometimes it was, I don't even remember. Like, if my mom was in control of the TV, it was like Dallas or things like that. The best part about that show is the fact that the opening was them all crowding around and coming up, getting ready for a picture because they brought a radio home. Big, well, not kind of square. I think it had a rounded top. And I think they all posed for a picture around it because it was the radio. I only meme the ones I love. And a rude eye. Sometimes. Yeah, Duke's a Hazard as well. Hogan's Heroes was awesome. I love that show so much. I always wanted to play a Hogan's Heroes kind of game. I thought it would be entertaining. A little weird to try and set up, but it'd be kind of fun. Right, so blood being the carrier for all. Like Gilligan's Island, if you think about it. I said Gilligan because we're the Gilligan and Crescent Skipper. Knoxville Fanboy Expo. He's let's see. Oh, Bunky with Marianne. Yeah, horror host Bob Crane. Did they ever solve his murder? Because I think he was murdered, wasn't he? He's like beaten to death or something like that. I don't think they ever. I don't think they ever solved it. I could be wrong. By the way, while we've been talking about all this and I've been writing, I've been listening to Jim Croce. Not that you care, but I just thought I'd let you know. Amish Sam. Yes, this eccentric. Yes. She's a barn raiser. Something like that. All right. So, Astra Aurelius, Fulvio of Alexandria. Okay. I think that all works together. I might come back to the section I have about his book here, though, because I talk about the book earlier. I think I'm going to come back to it, though. Yeah. Listening to Jim Crow. No! I was just listening to that. It was about Leroy Brown, and it was telling the story about it, how it was the guy he met in the army. And the thing about Jim Croce is, he's a goofy looking dude, but even when he's just singing into a microphone, he can sing. He could play the guitar, he could sing, and you're like, he can actually sing. And there's so many people nowadays, you hear them talking and they're like giving a concert, and you're like, this person can't sing. Why are they making $12 billion a year? They can't sing. It's all mechanical. I really appreciate somebody who can actually sing, even though I'm probably tone deaf. But I can tell when somebody can sing. I'm not one of those people. I wish I could. I think it'd be amazing to be able to sing, but that's okay. I'm good at pointing my finger at people. Everybody has their own powers, abilities, skills. That's mine. Hey. I'm probably going to end up finishing off this coffee too. I'm very thirsty today. Yeah, I got both these people taken out. Written down is what I'm trying to say. Taken out. I took them out. Vikrita Vidaria. Okay. I need to write a little bit more about this other NPC I have right above him that I just realized that I have a note even saying, flesh this out more. Oops. No. Hey, let's see. Okay. So almost done. I'm going to wrap up here really soon. But I think I want to come up with another group of these NPCs, but I want to come up with a couple more of those demigods, because I have these ones here, but I want to actually put I want to come up with one that has, it's not literally a demigod that was born, like the god and goddess didn't, or the goddess didn't give birth to him, but the combined powers gave birth to something. And so I'm thinking it would be cool to have a scion or a child or something born of the relationship between Mordecai's powers and Arintha. So the god of death and Arintha, the basically the oracular foreseeing, far-seeing power somehow coming together. And I'm thinking that could be fun and creepy if you ever ran into this person. So I'm giving that some thought. So if you guys have any thoughts, throw something in the comments about that. And I'll come up with something. I don't have a name or anything. I literally just have a note here about that, which would be kind of fun. I'm a nerd! Drag Noodle Soup, you're right. Map looks more up to date than I remember. Yeah, it's there's a little bit more. I've been playing around with regions in here too, which I'll be removing from this version of the map, but I had to put them in my map for my own reference. So Fryland I broke up into the different groups because the kingdom is broken up into these different parts, different groups that the king oversees. What about Rigby? I heard you almost had a party wipe last night. What did you all do, and why do I need to save you? You'll to see. The party goblin will probably survive. I don't know about the rest of this. The other question is, why didn't Erudai help you all? In at the last minute. Hello, Kaio. How you doing? Hey, by the way, I got a that shirt I forgot to show you guys. Here. You guys want to see? I got myself a hoodie. Not that I need it in the summer, but this is before I knew that I could change the positioning and the size of it. So it's got this little me on the side. So right here it'd be like that. The new versions have me in the front of it, but I think it's kind of entertaining that it's like a little dude pointing at you there. Ah, my chair got stuck on my charging cable. Ha! Oh, that'd be why that pulled out of the phone. Oops. Good job, me. Ah, I'm so good at this. Yeah. Yes, Kyle, it goes along with the mug. So you can accuse people while you drink. There we go. Coffee done. Woo. I forget. That's not little tiny bits of coffee grounds in the bottom. That's cayenne pepper. Woo. Nice and spicy. Yeah, it's very soft. So when it gets cold enough that I need that, I'll be set. But when I took it out of the bag yesterday, I set it down. Guess what cat named Calvino was sleeping on it? That would be Calvino. Dork. It is. It's all the merchandise is literally, it's just I have the one thing. It's just me pointing, judging. See, you wear the hoodie while you drink from the cup while holding the other stuff. Yeah, there's so much stuff you can make into merchandise these days. We should get some Legend Seeker stuff going in Rudai. We need some Legend Seeker cups and some Legend Seeker dice and some Legend Seeker this and that. I don't know if they make dice there, but we need them. Need them. Got to get it going. All right. Well, I think my time is almost up here, isn't it? Oh my gosh, yeah, I got 40 seconds left. All right, so this has been me, Frost, doing Frost Written, where I'm working on the lore and all the things in the world for Legend Seeker, the RPG that Erudai is making. And yeah, I'll be back here again on Tuesday doing more of this. And we'll keep deep diving. We'll go with deep diving into the world and all the wonderful and tragic stories, the horrible people, the good people, the heroes, the villains that make up this little corner of this world. Because there's a much larger world, but this is the Godlands. This is where the gods walked. And that's what I'm focusing on for the beginning. So anyway, I am going to get the heck out of here. I may be streaming after I eat dinner. So I don't know if I'm going to play some more altars, maybe. We'll see. So I may see you guys in a bit. Regardless, I'll see you guys again on Tuesday, and I'll also see you tomorrow night on Moonskull for Strange Eons. So I'm going to get out of here. I will talk to you all later. Have a great night. Don't do anything crazy. A little bit's crazy.